Hey there, wonderful people. It's Aria Pampa here, back with another video, which I think might be an interesting one to inspire you or get you thinking. And the topic today is grit versus passion, which is more important. If this is your first time tuning in to any of my content, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate you. What you can do for me is hit that subscribe button, that one down there. Yeah, hit that subscribe button. What it does is that anytime I do release new videos, you get alerted to it and then you can watch along. That'd be great. And also hit that like button. It lets me know that you enjoy this kind of content and I can continue producing more, particularly for those who are here for the second, third, 50th time watching my content. I really appreciate you, really do. So again, go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know that you like this video and we'll get right into it. In case you didn't know, I'm currently doing a PhD in the field of technology enhanced learning, aka EdTech. It's an exciting field, I enjoy it. I'm on my second module, literally started that yesterday, and the tutor mentioned that, okay, keep in mind what the point of a PhD was. I mean, yes, people come into PhDs for different reasons. For some, it's the prestige of having doctor before your name is called. For others, it's being able to make a contribution to the world via your research. For other people, it's a means to an end. Basically, before you can become a career researcher, many times you have to have had a PhD. People do PhDs for different reasons. But one thing he mentioned was that, bear in mind, in order to get your PhD, what you need is to make an original contribution to knowledge or original contribution to scholarly practice. Now, it means adding something that's new that the world doesn't know about, even if it's looking at something in a different way, just adding something new to the world through your PhD research. Another student asked a really interesting question that just got me thinking. My mind sometimes kind of just processes and overthinks things, so it went into overdrive. She asked, do I choose a topic that I am passionate about? Or do I choose a topic that I can persevere through? Because she felt she didn't have anything that she was particularly passionate about, but there were topics that she could see all the way through. And the lecturer then said, well, for him, when he did his PhD, he started with something he was really interested in, but by the end of it, he'd completely lost interest and was just glad to have the PhD done. And he was just glad when he could just submit it, and then he never looked at that topic again. So apparently, some topics could actually get killed by the PhD. But anyway, that's another topic for another day. But it really got me thinking, grit versus passion, which is more important? Now, if I define grit I would look at as your ability to persevere through something, whether through the obstacles that come, whether it's difficult, whether there are other shiny objects or things that come about that seem more interesting. Being able to take something and stick with it and go ahead and see it through to the end. If it's learning a new skill, getting to the point where you are proficient in that skill, or at least to a certain level, or to hit the goal that you have. Then there's passion. Passion is about the things that drive you, the things that motivate you, the things that make you, that you care deeply about, the things that you enjoy thoroughly. That's what I see passion as. But then I guess in terms of defining what's more important, we have to then think, okay, what is the goal? If the goal, for example, for you is to earn an income doing something that you enjoy, you can then see, okay, which one would get you there better? Grit or passion? Grit or passion? That's what I'm talking about today. Now, I'm going to use the example of me getting into voiceovers because I feel like I can present an example and then you can learn from it or take from it what you might and then see how you can apply that to your own life. So for me, getting into the world of voiceovers started off with interest/passion. I listened to audiobooks a lot and I thought, wow, it was really great listening to audiobooks, being able to get all this knowledge and also like listen to stories as well. I love listening to stories. They're absolutely great. And then I started listening to stories from the African continent, particularly Nigeria. And I understand Yoruba. I also understand Pidgin. And so when I'm listening to stories from regions where these things are spoken, I'm looking forward to hearing the language being spoken in the book, even if it's just snippets. Sometimes I ended up disappointed because I know what it's supposed to sound like in Yoruba, but what this person is saying does not sound anything like what I'm expecting. And I left deeply disappointed. I just kept thinking, I could do a better job than this. Like I could actually like be more of an authentic voice than this. Now, it wasn't all the audiobooks I listened to, by the way. It's just some of them like struck me that way, and I was a bit disappointed. And I just thought, if I could do a better job than this, maybe I should. And so that's where it began. I began with the passion and interest to bring a difference to the African or Nigerian voiceover industry, particularly where audiobooks were concerned, to create, to give a wonderful voice to audiobooks, the stories from the continent. That's what I just kept thinking, and so that's what got me in. I started researching, okay, how do I become a voiceover artist? I mean, first of all, I had to figure out that the term was called a voiceover artist. Then I went in there and kept researching, kept finding out things, and okay, I found a platform called ACX, stands for Audible Exchange, and it's where authors who maybe are looking to publish on Audible or other platforms can find voiceover artists that they can work with in order to produce their audiobooks. And so I went there. You can just, if as a voiceover artist, you can go and audition for voiceover projects. So I went there, I was auditioning, and I was thinking, okay, somebody's going to come through soon. And audition 1, no response. Audition 2, audition 3, audition 5, audition 10. So okay, I'm not really getting any responses, but you know what? I was enjoying the process, right? So I was enjoying it. I was going through it. It's like, let me just keep going. Let me keep practicing. With each audition, I kept tweaking and getting better and better. In researching the voiceover industry, I found that there were voiceovers for different applications. So you had voiceovers for radio ads, for YouTube videos, for e-learning content, for birthday tributes, all sorts. And I thought, this is quite interesting. The more I got into it, the more interested I got. And I thought, this is something I actually want to explore. Now, in researching the voiceover industry and learning more and more about it, about the techniques, about setting up your environment, and actually trying out doing voiceovers for different applications, I also found that I was able to earn money there. So then I was seeing, okay, something I'm interested in, passionate about, meeting an area I was willing to put in the effort for, and I was earning an income from it. That was like a magic mix. I was like, okay, something people want, something I can give, and something I enjoy, and I'm willing to stick through. Let's do this. Now, I still had the audiobook side that I was interested in, but these other parts were working as well. And to be honest, I was more passionate. I became even more passionate, not just about audiobooks, but voiceovers in general. And so I started to pursue those. It wasn't a bad thing, or like sometimes basically I just realized you can pivot, okay? You can start off with one thing, like one thing gets you in, but another thing sees you through. And for me, I would say passion got me in, but grit and interest and good feedback as well got me through. So I started doing voiceovers for different applications as well. Like I said, radio, YouTube videos, just different things. Anyway, it then struck me that, okay, if I look at that story, what does it tell me? Yes, it's good to work in an area that you are passionate about, but also it shows me that actually maybe it's not an extreme. It's not a case of either or, but a combination of both. So something that you're interested in, and something that that you're able to see through, and something that other people actually value as well. When you bring all of these things together, you've got a great mix. And for me, that's what it was. So it's my conclusion in all of this is that sometimes it's not a case of grit versus passion, but if I was to choose one, I'd go for grit, because grit will see me through and help me and mean that I would actually get through to the end, as opposed to just relying on passion. Because as with the example I gave about my tutor, passion waned at some point, and there are different points in your life where you're passionate about stuff, and then the passion wanes over time. So just bear that in mind. So you need to decide for yourself, what are your goals? Are you looking to find something that you enjoy, or are you looking to earn an income, or something somewhere in the middle of that? If that's the case, then choose an area that you're interested in, and then pursue it and decide, make a decision and work towards like making sure that you will see it through. So develop your grit and work towards it, and hopefully eventually you'll get the result that you're after. This has been another video just sharing my thoughts with you between grit and passion. I hope it's been inspiring to you and got you thinking a bit. I don't think there's a clear do this or that. I think it's actually a mix of both, but then just finding something that you can stick to, and also figuring out how you can actually build your grit. That should be the topic for another video. Anyway, I hope you have a great week or weekend ahead, depending on when you're watching this. And yeah, I look forward to sharing more thoughts with you in future videos. If you haven't already, give this video a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel so you can hear more from me. All right, take care. Bye.